Hello and welcome back to Suspended Animation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and it's time for the Bad Batch Season 2, Episode 5, Entombed. Welcome, everybody. Let me take care of some business first, and we'll get down to it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up here just for you. And if you like what you see there, please hit that subscribe button down below there. And also, if you can, hit that like button, the share button. And if you feel lucky or you feel like gambling, you hit that bell down below, and YouTube may or may not notify you when I come on live. Best thing to do is go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at that schedule I have up there. I change it out every week. I'm mostly, on time. I'll tell you about what happened this time around. But otherwise, I also have all the links to my social media there and all the links to my pages. And there's also future stuff on there too on the schedule, like what's going to be coming up throughout the year. And that gets added to, deleted, all that kind of stuff. So, hey, Morks, how's it going? Sorry, I wasn't able to do the podcast last night. I still in the middle of the house hunt kind of thing. And so, yeah, that's what it was. I didn't get home until later. So that's why I got moved to today. And that's also why I was a little bit late today because I was dealing with that as well. So it's ongoing at the moment. Anyway, you don't want to hear about that. You want to hear about Star Wars. So, spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode. If you have not seen the episode, go and watch it. Come on back. This is going to be a video, and you can comment down below in the comment section. Giving you enough time to run away, pause, whatever you need to do. All right. No, I'm not moving to Florida. Florida, Texas, anything in that southern right-hand side of the country. No. Fuck no. Sorry, Marks, but yeah, I won't even travel there. So that's a topic for another time. But so let's talk about Star Wars. How about that? So we're in between missions, of course. The group, are kind of restless, I can guess you could say, bored. And Fee, of course, is voiced by Wanda Sykes, Fee Genoa, who just has kind of gotten dumped into all this stuff. So we don't really have any kind of background on Fee other than that she's a pirate, may or may not be, we don't know. And she has a lot of stories to tell about, hunting for treasure, all this kind of stuff. So Omega and Wrecker were in the junkyard. They find a whole bunch of junk. And one of the things that Omega has brought back is a compass. It looks like an old fashioned compass. And Fee is actually, she has a robot read where these coordinates are. She knows where that system is, even though, um, tech can't find any, reference to any of this stuff. And so they end up going on a treasure hunt, much to Hunter's dismay. And they end up finding, or they're going after what Fee says is the heart of the mountain. That's what the legend is. And Skara Null. What they end up finding, though, is something that has hinted at. It's been hinted at before with both Knights of the Old Republic, most recently with Andor. Andor, they had a mention of it, in the curio shop, the antiquity shop, I guess you could say. And I'm talking about the ancients here. So the ancients are supposed to be about 25,000 years ago. It's pre-republic, like pre-republic at this point. And supposedly they were fairly advanced. Case in point, when they do find the heart of the mountain and it's removed, Fee removes it, it activates a gigantic robot that they're inside of. They don't know this. It's actually buried down there. It pops up. It looks like a horse or a giraffe with a really long neck, and it just keeps firing lasers at the ground and just making this big long path. And of course, Fee's robot Mel is one of the unfortunate casualties of all of this. And to make matters worse, there also is some indigenous life that is trying to kill the group that they can't get rid of. It's fairly armor plated, and of course, they're trying to get rid of that as they are trying to stop the Scar and all from destroying their ship and them not getting off this planet because no one knows where the fuck this planet is, and of course they haven't told anybody of where they're going either. Um, so this whole episode basically plays out like Indiana Jones in a way meets Star Wars. We even have some Indiana Jones music in there and some Indiana Jones moments when Fee is actually going to grab the heart of the mountain. You see Omega doing the Alfred Molina. Alfred Molina, of course, being in the first Raiders of the Lost Ark movie, and in the very beginning, he's with Indy when Indy's grabbing the idol, and he's just standing there and anticipating grabbing the idol, all that kind of stuff. So nice little homages here and there to Raiders of the Lost Ark. And it was a decent, fun episode, I guess you could say. It was kind of a throwaway episode. It really does nothing for the rest of the plot of the series, other than just to kind of, introduce us to the ancients again, I guess you could say. So this is written by Christopher Yost. If that name sounds familiar, he actually worked on a lot of the Clone Wars stories. He's worked in Star Wars quite a bit, novelizations, all that kind of stuff. Good writer and a fun writer. But again, like I said, we're not moving ahead on the storyline of this series at all, which kind of was the problem with the first season. The first season spun wheels quite a bit. And we have 16 episodes this season for season 2, and we're on episode 5 right now, and we still really haven't gone anywhere with this season. I'm kind of hoping that we actually yeah, I agree with you, Pennant. It wasn't necessary. It wasn't a necessary episode, and I enjoyed it too. But I kind of want to move the story along and get some stuff going. And unfortunately, we're not there yet. I don't even know if they know what they want to do with this series. Quite honestly, it seems like they are kind of waiting around that cantina for a plot to happen, for a storyline to happen. Other than it being that you have some misfit clones, and that are basically trying to evade the Empire. That's all it feels like at the moment. So I kind of want a little bit more to this. Yes, I know it's an animated series. It's supposed to be geared towards kids for the most part, but I'm sorry, it's Dave Filoni as well. So it's not just geared towards kids; it's also geared towards Star Wars fans. It's geared towards adults in a bit, a bit as well. So it has a little bit of everything in there, and that's kind of what I want. I want a little bit of a backbone to the story there for all these little, even little fun episodes like this to hang off of, so we can enjoy these moments when as an aside to what's going on in the rest of the storyline in the rest of the season. And unfortunately, we're not getting that. Penn says, once again, it looked like there was a big score and they lost it. Will they ever make some? I know. As Hunter said, it's a treasure. That's the second treasure hunt that they went on, and second treasure hunt that they've come up with a goose egg. So maybe it's not in the cards for them at that point. And Marks, yeah, it was a filler episode for the most part. But it kind of introduced the only thing I could say that this did was it introduced us a little bit more to Fee, because Fee was just like I said, she just kind of got dropped in there with no explanation as to who she was, other than she works with Sid. Um, and that's about it. That's all we know. We know that she works with Sid. She's a pirate, and I guess she hunts treasure in her spare time. She also likes long walks on the beach, and is allergic to cats and low cats, actually. And no, sorry, that's a different thing. That's her Tinder profile. So, yeah, a decent episode, but again, doesn't help the overall story for this thing. Um, I want more from this series. I really do. Mork says it's geared for kids, but kids aren't Star Wars fans anymore. They are Rick and Morty fans. I disagree with that a bit. I mean, it depends on It depends on the kid, really. Yeah. So, I know a lot of people that their kids are Star Wars fans. So, you know, but then again, they're also big geeks as well. So, the people that have the kids and the kids too, but that's where we're at. So, otherwise, Star Wars wouldn't be gearing any of this. I mean, Disney would not be spending money on making Star Wars stuff, shall we say? Um, but yeah, especially like the Mandalorian and Andor and stuff like that. Which, yes, again, is geared towards adults, but also kids get involved in it as well. So, good episode, but we need more substance in the overall storyline. What else do I have going on for the rest of this week? Well, tomorrow is going to be The Legend of Vox Machina, episodes 4 through 6. That's going to air. Actually, I believe it's dropped now. It has dropped now. So that's what I'm going to be watching after this. And I'm going to be off the rest of this weekend. I may pop in on Sunday. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna pop in on Sunday just to talk about some of the stuff that's going on right now, especially HBO Max canceling both Titans and Doom Patrol after season 4 here. We knew it was coming for the most part, but still it's one of those things you're just like, fuck. In the immortal words of Cliff, what in the French fried fuck? You know? Um, so yeah, we'll talk a little about that and other stuff that's going on as well, probably. Mark says, dude, I started Hunters based on spoiler alert, and I freaking loved it. Nice. There's only 2 seasons of Hunters, by the way. So season 2 is fucking wacky. I mean, it's just they knew they were going out, so they like shot for the moon and then I think hit Saturn is where they went with that. Yeah. And yeah, it's I just can't say enough about season 2 of that one. Oh, and there is going to be next week. So what do I got going on next week? Monday, of course, is going to be The Last of Us. Tuesday is going to be another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And it's going to be Extraordinary, which is on Hulu. If you haven't seen Extraordinary, it's on Hulu. Season 1 is up there right now, all 8 episodes. So I'm going to be covering that. Wednesday, of course, will be The Bad Batch. Thursday, I'll be off. And then Friday, we'll go to The Legend of Vox Machina. CBM says, I'm really sad about Doom Patrol ending, but happy that it might be on their own turn. Yeah, they already knew what was happening. And actually, it was kind of funny. Guerrero, who plays Jane, she actually posted something on Twitter 2 days ago, I think is what it was, lamenting how things were ending, but she didn't say what was ending, and then she deleted the tweet. And so everyone's like, fuck, she got word ahead of time that they were getting canceled. And yeah, so when am I doing Ant-Man? When am I going to go see Ant-Man, Marks? I don't do Ant-Man. I don't swing that way. Not that it's wrong. It's just not how I roll. Ant-Man, I'm going to be seeing on. Let me see what that. I can't remember when Ant-Man comes out now. Quantumania. So Quantumanium comes out on the 17th. I'm seeing it on the 16th. So I will be doing it probably the following week. I usually give people the weekend to take a look at it, and um, then I do it the following week. So it'll be the Tuesday after it comes out in theaters. Thanks, Marks. But my ass has never been tested, so it's really not. We can't tell how smart it is or how dumb it is. Anyway. Penn says I was going to start Hunters, but Vox Machina comes first. Yeah, Vox Machina is Hunters is good too. I mean, it's there's a lot of good stuff on Amazon. There really is. There's a lot of good stuff on Amazon. Um, not Lord of the Rings, but there's other good stuff on Amazon. Yeah, I'm sorry, Lord of the Rings is just boring. Yeah, the Rings of Power. Morris, I'm waiting for your review to even consider it. You can't stand Ant-Man. Ant-Man, the first Ant-Man is actually one of my favorite Marvel movies. And it's mainly a lot of it has to do with Michael Pena. It really does. That character Luis is just fucking makes me laugh. It really does. Um, just the story, the way he goes, the story. The second Ant-Man movie, I'm just disappointed they only had one of his stories. But I still the Russian dude who is in it. When of course, when Luis gets hit with the truth serum, and he starts going off, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And the Russian goes, "You put the coin in the jukebox, you must listen to the music." Fucking made me laugh. I mean, it just yeah. Uh yeah. Yeah, Luis is one of my favorite characters in that in Ant-Man. But Ant-Man itself is I love the series too. And Peyton Reed does a great job of this. And I'm glad that he actually fought for making it a larger movie instead of being just the comic relief of it. And it's supposed to be starting off the new phase. And I do love that. It's Ant-Man is a good character in the comics as well. I mean, you can do a good Ant-Man series, you can do a good Ant-Man movie, and have it be relevant and cool and fun all at the same time, and heavy, which I think this one's going to be. I think this one's going to be pretty fucking heavy. But with that said, we're talking about Star Wars too here. I know I kind of went off on a tangent on that, but yeah. Anyway, with that said, I'm gonna let you guys go. I will see you guys again tomorrow for the Legend of Vox Machina. Until then, thank you everybody, by the way, who joined me today in the chat, and thank you if you made it this far in the video. If you've made it this far and you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible. Then one of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up here just for you. It's over 1,000 videos now. So take a look at that. And if you like what you see there, please hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you can't, hit that like button and the share button. And if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I have up there. I change it every week. Also, I have all the links to my social media there and all the links to my pages. All right, everybody. I will see you again tomorrow night. Until then, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may end up talking about one thing, one genre, one story, and you end up going to another story and then another and another and another. And next thing you know, you're starting up a YouTube channel, and then all hell breaks loose at that point. Thanks, everybody. I will see you again tomorrow. Have a good rest of your night. Stay safe, be well, take care, wear those masks, get those vaccine shots, get the boosters as well. That shit's still out there. Let's, be safe out there, everyone. Thanks. Have a good rest of your night, and good night, everyone.